Alright, I'll try to keep this short as we know how attention spans are on YouTube these days, yeah? So a little while ago, I made a post on my Discord explaining how that I wasn't really happy with the state of my content and how with YouTube specifically, I feel kind of really, like disconnected from my audience. So the TLDR version of this is I'm taking a bit of a break, mainly from live streaming on Twitch, but also YouTube and just generally everything, because I want to take a step back and reevaluate and rework a lot of the aspects of my content creation. There's the short version conclusion. If you want to leave the video now, I won't blame you. But for those who want to stick around, I wanted to go a little more in depth about this, because honestly, it's actually been a long time since I've just sat down and recorded a video like this. I'll focus on the problems with my YouTube channel since that's where we are. But taking a step back, it's really all aspects of my content, I guess, where I feel I could be doing better. It's not just YouTube and Twitch. It's even like my Discord being a bit of a mess, and my personal website, Shivaxi.com, is completely unfinished still after all these years. My Patreon I haven't touched in a long time. It's really just kind of like everything where I feel I really could be doing better. And with YouTube, like I said, I feel more disconnected from my audience than I think I ever have. And I think that's in part to me really pushing and focusing on Twitch the last year, 2 years, where I've been streaming every day and not leaving a lot of time for much else. We all know my upload schedule here on YouTube is absolutely abysmal. and I think it's a multi-step problem. I said in the Discord post that I can't keep up, my editors can't keep up. We released a video from a live stream months old, take the Splitgate video that was semi-recent. Had this really funny kind of highlight reel of me playing Splitgate on stream, which I did, but I did that last year, months and months ago. So I think that's a big part of why I feel disconnected from my audience, because they see the video and they think oh, that's relevant, as if I'm doing that now. And I even had people come into my Twitch and be like, hey, you playing Splitgate anytime soon? And I'm like, oh man, that video is from a long time ago. We only just got the damn video on YouTube out, and I feel bad, and that's sort of a problem that I'm obviously at fault here for doing, because I'm not getting these videos out on time, I guess, so to speak, right? This is also a bit of a twofold problem, because I know my editors won't be able to get something out on time. So I know that if I stream a new game or something, or do something really fun that I know I'm gonna want a video for on YouTube, I know it's gonna be really late, and that discourages me from doing the thing in the first place. Someone is drilling on my door. Hold on. Okay. They drilled a paper clip. Oh my god, sorry. They drilled a clip. Alright, whatever. Besides the point. I already forgot where I was. I get discouraged from doing something fun and interesting on stream, or starting a new game or a new Let's Play, because I know I'm not going to be able to get videos out for it relevantly on time for YouTube, to when I'm actually streaming it on Twitch, and then I just end up not doing anything at all. And so it's this bad sort of loop of dumbness that's just and it's not my editor's fault, even though they said it's their fault. When I spoke to them about it, they said, oh, well, we've been lazy and blah, blah, blah. And they even said they want, some of the changes we're talking about is, actually making a schedule for once. I've never had a schedule in my life, but, maybe now's the time to start doing that. They wanted me to give them deadlines, because they said they work better under pressure, and that would actually help them focus and get the videos done on time, instead of me just being really kind of laid back, chillax about it. And usually I'm just just do it whenever you do it, it's fine, So I think that is part of the problem. And also I don't think they're too much at fault, because I'm the one not setting up a proper schedule or anything. I also know they're both in college, so they work for me part-time. They're not full-time. And a lot of the videos we do end up being very long, so they take a long time to make. And I feel YouTube kind of works better with short-form content, 15 to 20 minutes, and that may be something we start focusing on and shooting for, to get videos out more consistently, instead of going, weeks without anything posted on YouTube, which in itself I feel is probably really bad for like viewer retention and stuff, you know, which we kind of see with like the RL Skyrim series. The first video coming out May 4th, 2020, which is a while ago now, and you know, it had 790,000 views, which is awesome. But then the further you progress in the episodes that we've uploaded, all these episodes came out so far apart, sometimes months apart, that they really dropped off in viewership. And even now with the latest RL Skyrim episode, I'm looking at just 10,000 views, you know. And to be fair, this came out a year and a half later after the first episode. We post these videos so far apart, or we even post different videos. You know, we'll have a Skyrim video here, then an RLCraft video there, then a, you know, Splitgate video, then a Dying Light video. Well, that's forthcoming, but sort of throwing out another issue is not focusing on one thing or something in particular, which I feel like is also probably bad at sort of keeping an audience invested. You know, people will come in and see a video for a certain game and they'll expect more of that game, but then the next upload is like a completely different game that has nothing to do with the previous game. You know, I feel like if we had actually gotten these episodes out in a timely fashion, these videos would have performed a lot better. I think people probably got tired of waiting for the next episode. I started uploading different content, you know, and not really being consistent with anything with my uploads. So that's like another layer to these problems that I think may be a problem. I could also hire more editors, but that, you know, something I'm looking into. We'll see. My roommate, actually, Barry, may start helping me do editing and stuff, which would be really cool, because it'd be a lot easier to have a sort of workflow when my editor is like right there in the next room, you know. I also think me streaming every day probably is not good, because then I can't focus on things like YouTube and all this other stuff that I want to focus on. So I think one of the bigger changes that's going to be happening for me is that I'm not going to stream every day, and I'm going to possibly set like an actual stream schedule. And overall, this is something I really wanted to bring to the table here to ask you guys, kind of, you know, you're the audience, obviously. What are your thoughts about this? You know, I did a poll recently about long form content versus short form content and what you guys would prefer to see, and of course everybody chose the one answer that doesn't really help me make a goddamn decision, god damn it. So I'm kind of throwing the question out there a bit more broadly, and also what are some other things that I could possibly do to sort of, I guess, get a better grip and focus on what I really want my content to be. And that's another question, you know, because I don't know if Let's Plays are really kind of like a thing these days that do well. And therein lies another question. Do I want to just do well, or do I want to do something that I enjoy and have fun with, right? Can I do both? I'm starting to get a little rambly, but I think there's a lot of good points to sort of bring up here. Maybe this is my midlife crisis, where, you know, like I don't really know what I want to do anymore. You know, before recording this, that is something I've been thinking about a lot. I've been planning this video for almost 2 weeks, because I really had to stop and think, like, you know, what do I want? What do I want this channel to be? What do I really want to do? I know I'm not happy with the channel currently, but, you know, what is it I really want to do? And after, you know, really thinking about things for a long time, I know this. I want to get videos out on time and more consistently. I know some of the problems holding me back, which I've already outlined. I want to engage more with you guys, my audience, so that things are more relevant for you as well as me. And overall, I think that'd just be a much better experience for everyone and more fun. And this is just YouTube, not even discussing my issues with Twitch streams or my website and Patreon, or even things in my personal life that I'm sort of neglecting because I'm just so caught up in trying to catch up, essentially. You know, I have this problem where when I really want to do something, I focus on that one thing and only do that one thing, and I can't do anything else until that one thing is done. And that can be both a good thing and a bad thing, but it's affected my personal life, where I don't eat until the very end of the day, or I wait until I have one t-shirt left before doing laundry, or even looking at like my workstation being a bit of a mess and unorganized, and that's stuff I really want to like change and fix about just myself as a human being. So bad habits that I want to fix, and, you know, personal goals that I have is simply like I want to lose weight, you know, because I'm definitely a bit overweight, and that's, you know, one of my bigger goals that I don't take the time to focus on as much as I should. You know, this all sort of like just ties into everything. And there's always so much that I want to do. There's so much on my mind all the time, things I have planned. I mean, you can look at the, you know, I've probably started a dozen or more Let's Plays or ideas or projects like RLCraft, RL Skyrim, all these different video series like Shivaxi, and then things I really want to do and haven't finished. Overgrowth. I know. I am gonna do it eventually. And it's like a lot of time I feel like I'm trying to do too much at once, and it becomes overwhelming, and then I just do nothing at all. You know, that might tie into, you know, my depression, which is something that I have been struggling with. It's been a lot better recently, and I don't want to talk about it too much because, you know, it's personal, and that's something that I need to focus on. But it's part of this whole thing where I really need to take time off to just focus on aspects of my personal life. You know what I mean? But anyway, going back to like video stuff here on YouTube, to sort of focus on YouTube, I also want to have more of a presence in my own videos, like maybe proper intros or more story-focused videos instead of my editors just taking what I've done on stream and essentially making glorified highlights. I do miss the days where I just sat down and properly recorded something just for YouTube, or did funny skits like the Shivaxi videos, which I do want to bring back. And even more just the unique, funny, short videos and stuff, or videos with specific goals in mind if they were gaming videos rather than just a Let's Play video. You know, I used to do a lot of those, and I really did love doing those. I really want to bring those back and do those again, you know? And I can tell you that's one thing I've already started to focus on, as I've been speaking with my editors about this, and I have a friend who actually works for Stream Elements who's gonna come in and help me manage stuff. We've already started to write out a proper schedule and a list of everything we want to do, and have listed bullet points of how we're going to be changing up the workflow of just, you know, getting content out on YouTube and everything. So hopefully you guys start seeing some positive changes. And while I'm taking this break and refocusing on everything, we're going to be trying to like really push ourselves and catch up on a lot of the content I'm talking about, like all the old Let's Plays and stuff that are unfinished. We're going to try to be finishing them, because a lot of they're already finished, you know, like the recordings are done. We need to put the videos together. And then I want to move on to more relevant stuff like Dying Light 2, which I've already started a Let's Play of, and I think that would be awesome to have on the channel. And I also want to state that while I'm looking to put out more content and even do more short form content, I don't want you to worry. The editing is like the quality is not going to change. If anybody knows me personally, they know I will not release something that I'm not happy with. So it's not going to be quantity over quality. It's going to be quantity and the same quality. Something I don't know if I've ever told anybody is that I personally watch every single video. Like, even though I'm not editing my own videos anymore, this one I am, but mostly, I watch every single video that my editors put together before they go live up on YouTube, because I want to make sure that I'm perfectly happy with it. Or maybe I find there's a certain place where I'm like, oh, this could actually use a really funny edit for this, and we do like revisions and stuff. And this, you know, inherently takes longer, but I think I'm kind of proud that I have that quality standard, I suppose, and it keeps me engaged with the actual editing process. And, you know, I get to sort of put my own flair on videos that I like, and that's something that I want to do even more of. Hence, I was talking about like maybe doing like proper intros and stuff, or more like story focused content, right? Even if it does slow down maybe how quickly we get stuff up on the channel, I can say that, you know, I'm quite proud of the quality of the content and everything on the channel that, you know, we've been able to keep up. So I'm happy with that, you know, and that's not going to change. So don't worry about that. The video is too goddamn long already, so I'm going to try to wrap this up quick. Sorry. The last thing I wanted to kind of touch on in conclusion here is one thing. I know you're not supposed to worry about like the numbers, you know, like the number of views you get on Twitch, or how I've been stuck at 275,000 subscribers for the last year or so. How I know that if I make a video on Shroud or PUBG Mobile or RLCraft, you know, it's gonna perform way better than literally anything else I put out, right? You're not supposed to care about that stuff, but I do, and it does sometimes get to me, and it can be a bit of a deterrent, you know, and kind of degrading, right? Demotivating, I suppose. And it's something I've thought about that for a long time, because as much as I just want to have fun and say fuck the numbers, I also do have to consider the time invested versus the time worth, right? I have editors to pay, I have bills to pay, I have rent to pay, and it's definitely a bit of a struggle to find that balance of work and fun, because this is what I do full time. And at the end of the day, this is essentially a job. Not essentially, it is a job. Even though, you know, I do this for fun and I love doing this, of course. But yeah, so that's about everything I wanted to say and talk about. Let me know what you guys think. Of course, I think there's some stuff I can definitely change to help a lot better with my overall workflow, and how I approach content here on YouTube and other places, while still being something that is fun and that I really enjoy and love doing. That's the sort of key, finding that balance, right? I've been on YouTube since 2008, and I've really just winged it, essentially, trying to, you know, figure everything out on my own. I have no idea how the bigger YouTubers upload videos daily. That's crazy to me. And, you know, while I'm not looking to do that exactly, I definitely need to change things up. Like, part of the problem is that things feel mundane lately. Like, I'm just going through the motions. Live stream here, upload a video there, you know? I don't feel like I'm doing much, hence the whole I could be doing better. So yeah, just taking a step back to just reevaluate everything and then come back with a much clearer mind, better focus and goals, and hopefully put myself in a happier position. I always read all the comments, so again, let me know your thoughts, and I just really appreciate all those who are still here and have stuck with me all this time. Yeah, that's it. I apologize for the rambliness of this video, but I'll just blame my ADHD that I can't focus on one thing and form a coherent, proper script for this shit, you know, and call it a day, shall we? I also am glad that this is just coming from me and my thoughts, and like I feel like writing out a proper script can be kind of like, I don't know, maybe a little fake in a way, and I want to just be like just totally real with everybody. So that is what's going on. Again, let me know what you guys think. I don't do proper outros, so explosion.